Dating 101. Do it right. 5 very simple steps to follow. This little example is for those who might have just a little bit more anxiety when it comes to dating and entering the dating market and going out on that first date. Well, first, before you do go, I want you to just journal on paper or in your computer or on your phone all your fears, anxieties, past negative experiences, things that ever got in your way, or things that we will want to wipe out through replacing those old habits and negative patterns and experiences and negative thinking with new positive producing patterns of thinking of tremendous confidence. So when you go out there, you know exactly how the game works. And that is the trouble. And that's why people are anxious and scared and trepidatious and hesitant on kind of going out there. They don't know how the game works. I'm going to tell you, Dating 101, do it right. 5 very simple steps to follow. Let's get into it. Number 1, and this is just a breakdown of the components, the pieces of the puzzle for going out on that first date. When you understand these 5 components, then you kind of know how to navigate each part and how to leapfrog from one to the next, to the next, and to the next. So, number 1, first impressions. We want to evaluate your image, your physical, your clothing, your externals. You evaluate them and fix them. Whatever needs to be fixed. Like my shoes, let's say I'm a guy. My shoes, they really need polishing. Maybe you're a lady. Maybe there's something you want to work on. Do it. It's awesome. Just do it. What's outside is the first contact with the world without even opening your mouth. So what messages are you sending the world with how you look, how you stand, how you sit, how you walk, how you compose your physical self? Whatever they are, make note of them. If there's anything you feel uncomfortable with, just get it fixed. Just work on it a day, an hour, a week, whatever it takes. Just get it done and then bam, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to go make that great first impression. Number 2, social communication skills, manners, and etiquette. What are you saying? What are you not saying? How are you saying it? How much are you listening and not listening to the other person? How are your manners? Are you a gentleman or a lady when meeting a stranger and potential soulmate? How is your tonality and voice projected? What choice of words do you use? Be selective. Be quasi-professional, and you know what I mean by that. Straightforward, no slurring of the words and no slang and no, just urban, no BS. No BS. Straight shooter. Polite. Manners, etiquette. You're raising the bar. Let's see how that other person either meets you at that level or doesn't. Or maybe they exceed it. Interesting. I'm impressed. See, that's something there. You want to set the standard. And you want to be the role model of what you want the other person to be like. And if they don't own up and present themselves in equal manner, using good social skills, manners, etiquette, etc., well then guess what? DQ City. Disqualified. All right. Number 3, pace, patience, taking your time. No matter how well you get along or not, pace yourself. Go slow. Be patient. Take your time getting to know this person. You don't know who they are. So protect yourself going in, physically, financially, emotionally, etc. Only after getting to know this person on a few dates, a few days, a few weeks, or more will it be time for number 4, intimate communications. And intimate communications is after we've had many conversations, just getting to know you, getting to know the other person. And if you're not getting to know them, then you have no business with this step number 4, intimate communications. When communicating with your date on an up-close and personal one-on-one level, communication skills are a must. Use calm and soothing tones in your voice and pace your speech just the same. Take it slow. Enjoy the process of communicating with your date at this and any level. Mentally, we're going to stimulate our date with all kinds of thoughts and storytelling and imaginative adventures that pique their curiosity and go, wow, that sounds great. I would love to experience these things with you. Don't rush into things. Enjoy the process. And remember, you're not there to find a conversion buddy or someone to study with. Well, maybe you are. If the truth were told, you're really there to find someone you can connect with on an intimate level and perhaps be your soulmate. That's why we have to go on several dates, be patient, take your time, talk a lot. Just talk. Go on fun, frivolous dates. I gave you 35 date ideas a couple of audio programs ago to give you ideas on what to do. Make a list, and specifically 10 date ideas. 10. Let's go on 10 date ideas, even if they're silly, like go-kart racing, putt-putt golf, horseback riding on the beach. It doesn't matter. You've got to talk to these people. You've got to get to know them, and you need to see how patient they are. Do they take their time? Do they pace themselves, or do they rush you? If they rush you into anything, whoa. Back off. Step back. We're not going there too soon. Number 5, because our ultimate goal is to connect with someone emotionally, spiritually, physically. Number 5, intimate relations. But too soon does the moment come when the two of you just can't keep your hands off each other. I think that's called passion. Yeah. Gosh, how does one behave during the heat of passion? Early in the game of dating and getting to know you. What do you do? What do you don't do? What are the rules? Better yet, tell you what. Let me introduce a book of mine right now. It's called Laws of the Bedroom. What women want inside and outside of the bedroom. The laws, as in the laws of human nature and how we should interact with each other. I go into so many tips, steps, what to do's, what not to do's. There's a great chapter in there for the guys. Self-improvement for improving yourself, guys. Great chapter, number 2. 80 pages. Killer stuff. I cover everything in that chapter for us guys. And then there's chapter 3, which is safeguards, precautions, and warnings, And then chapter 4, the romance chapter. Guys, this is the only chapter, the only section on romance in my book that you need to read to master. And I mean master romance. And then the next few chapters, chapter 5, 6, and 7, what to do before, what to do during, and what to do after that whole lovemaking process. It's all right there in strict detail. No other book comes close. These are what I call the laws. And when it comes to intimacy and pleasing a woman in ways she deserves to be pleased like never before, Laws of the Bedroom is all you need to know and all you need to read, guys. Or listen to the audio for free on my YouTube channel. It's right here. You should become intellectually and emotionally intimate before you ever become physically intimate. I'm going to repeat that. You should become intellectually and emotionally intimate. In other words, having many conversations, getting inside the person mentally, psychologically, and emotionally before you ever become physically intimate. See, if I were to share some of what's inside that book, for mature audiences only, Laws of the Bedroom, and my other book, Fantasy Boyfriend, Romantic and Erotic Adventures for Women, guys, read that book or listen to the audio. Again, it's free. I would tell you, there is so much wisdom, intimate, physically intimate, sexual wisdom in those 2 books that will get... Where do I even go with this? This is so amazing. You see, guys, she comes first when it comes to pleasing her and receiving pleasure every time before you ever receive yours. I've heard a lot of stuff lately on social media. Men, you need to do the bare minimum. Women are suffering from the orgasm gap. All this stuff. All of that gets obliterated When you read through or listen to the audio books for Laws of the Bedroom and my other book, Fantasy Boyfriend, it's all in there. Everything you ever need to know. That's the law. Go read those books and listen to them. You see, I believe it is so important that we guys, we men, have our priorities straight when it comes to intimacy and pleasing a woman. None of these hookup episodes, none of these booty calls, none of these one-night stands, midnight calls. No. In fact, you shouldn't even be having sex unless you're in a relationship, because the sex is better in the relationship. It's not better when you're not in the relationship and it's just a hookup, stranger sex. It's not that great. Would you ever buy a home, stay in it one night, and then leave, but then you still got that bill? No. You're going to stay in that home and you're going to build it. It's an investment. You're going to build it. Just like everything else in life, you don't buy things and get rid of them. They're a purchase. And with dating and human beings and hearts, you're purchasing someone's heart. And your heart is also being purchased. It's like an even trade. I'm giving you my heart. You're going to give me your heart. It's kind of cool. But the woman comes first in our heart, guys, in our mind, in our soul, in our life, and in our bed. It's that simple. What are the rewards for doing so? Guys, they're incredible for both of you, both the male and the female. Men need to allow a woman's body time to warm up. You'll also want to introduce things to her that maybe she's never experienced before, but would like to experience with you. Then, always ask her how she's doing. Hey, how's this going? Do you like this? How's it feel? What else would you like, honey? I want you to be completely and totally and utterly and deeply satisfied. Yes, all night long. Ask and serve. Guys, that's our role, and it's a great role to be in. Ask and serve. In the end, she will be so overwhelmed with love and joy because of the way you're treating her that she too will go above and beyond what she normally would do just to please, a man. And in exactly the way you'd like to be pleased in kind. See how that works? Yeah, I thought so. Pretty incredible stuff. And it works every time when you do it this way. So if I were to rewind a little bit and go back to some of the original steps here, we've got first impressions. We've got social communication skills, manners, and etiquette. We've got pace, patience, taking your time to get to know someone. And that means over a couple of dates, a couple of weeks, a couple of months. And then we've got intimate communication, where we're starting to kind of like get real close and like, oh, I just love it when you whisper in my ear. And I love to whisper in your ear. Yeah. And then you've got intimate relations, sex. All of that stuff. It's heavy-duty stuff and should not be taken lightly. Above all, take your time and truly enjoy yourselves. You're with someone you care about now. Show it. Prove it. Guys, lead her into her wildest dreams. Fulfill her fantasies. Take her on a physical journey into a spiritual valley of roses, wet with her own body fluids, pumping like she's never experienced before in her life. And after pleasing her for quite a while, a few hours, and just before she's about to explode inside because you've taken so much time to warm her body up and you've been patient with her. Sometimes for the first time, a woman needs to know you're really there for her. She may not be comfortable enough for her to release herself and let go, but you got to stay the course. You got to develop and earn that trust. The first time, the second time, the third time, until she knows you. That's intimacy, intelligence. So after pleasing her for quite a while and just before she's about to explode on the inside and it's going to come out and you can just tell her, hey, look, scream all you want. There's nobody's going to hear you. Just don't scream in my ear. I don't want to go deaf. But scream out loud. And when you're when you're going through it and you're done, I'll hold you. And I'll just pull the blankets over and cover you so you're warm. And we'll just lie there for a few so you can take in and process what you've experienced and what I've done to your body. When you've taken that kind of time, guys, yeah, sure. She's going to grab things. She's going to grab the sheets. Not so, she's not even going to be able to talk. And then as you follow through with everything I've said, with these magic, lovemaking, attentive to her body, to her, everything about her, skills inside you, slowly or perhaps with a little acceleration and excitement, well, I think you know what's about to come and what's about to happen. There's going to be a bond that's built, a connection between you two that is pretty intense. That's why it's important to go slow, to be patient, to take your time, to understand the importance of communication, respect, understanding that this is another heart we're dealing with, and you don't know what they've been through. They may have been through a lot before it was your turn up to bat and have a conversation over at some coffee shop or some kind of event or something. Who knows how you guys met. We've covered a lot in this section just on what we've been covering. Did you pick up any new ideas? Did it make you think about anything? Ponder or contemplate? I'm going to incorporate some of this going into my next date, and I'm feeling more assured about myself. If you want to check out those books, they are, again, Laws of the Bedroom, What Women Want Inside and Outside of the Bedroom. You can go to my website, lawsofthebedroom.com, and the other one, fantasyboyfriend.com. Check that one out too. Well, let's continue to the next audio in this series, Find the One for Me, Part 4. Hanging out with the one for you. Knowing the steps, that dating 101 scenario, knowing those steps and how they should proceed, how they should flow, how one should follow the next, you're better able to navigate the crazy world out there when someone comes to you and they're sitting right before you and you're having a conversation, getting to know them. You know the steps and you don't deviate. And that's what keeps you safe. And that's what protects your heart. And you're actually looking out for them too. I've had dates in the past where women wanted to go to bed sooner than I wanted because I kind of knew, no, we don't do these things that fast. No. And in my mind, I was saying to myself, yeah, I'm probably looking like a fool because you're a guy, you should want it, all this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'm looking out for you too, because tomorrow morning, you're going to have a different attitude if I say no tonight. But if I said yes tonight and, we quickly did the deed sooner than later, you're going to think differently tomorrow morning if I did or I didn't. So I'll tell you what, I'll take the pain of you thinking I'm a fool because that's just going to be like a little bit, a couple hours. If the date doesn't go well, then, I'm out of there. But the truth is, it actually makes people want you more when you don't give them what they want right away. And if they're that foolish to then run away because they didn't get what they wanted so soon, well, guess what? Thank you for showing your true colors. Rejection is redirection, and you closed that door for me. Thank you. Another door now opens. Next. And the process goes on. It's really about navigating the jungle out there, the sea of sharks out there. I don't want to, badmouth people per se, but you know how crazy it is out there, and it's crazier than ever before. That's why we've got to be sharp mentally and intellectually going out there. Come on. In the next audio section, I'm going to talk about how to find a date. And then in another one, I got coming up great qualities to look for in a relationship when you're dating. There's a lot of good stuff to know about when you're hanging out with the one or the potential one for you. So let's go and check them out right now.